See that huge, huge opening right where the turret used to be.
These gaping 5-story shafts are barbettes, the armored mounts for Bismarck's 4 massive 15-inch gun turrets. The turrets were held in place only by gravity, so when the ship capsized, they slid out and plummeted to the bottom. From the muzzles of its gun barrels to the back of its armor, each turret was over 100 feet long and weighed 1,900 tons.
There's an anti-aircraft gun. The railings, it just looks intact.
Okay, Mir 2, the next move is to come up to the captain's bridge, over.
Come up, Jenny.
Coming up.
But does this glass magnify or not?
Yes, slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah, there is a
'Cause, I mean,
magnification.
it is just humongous. There's the bridge. I see it.
The captain's bridge, right?
Yep. Lindemann and Lütjens would have fought the final battle from right in there.
This shell damage, look.
That is just unbelievable, Mike.
I told you,
I cannot believe it.
it's hard not to be excited.
The subs head aft over the secondary gun turrets. They seem surprisingly intact. Bismarck's 15-centimeter secondary turrets were as big as the main guns on most warships. Even in her silent grave, Bismarck still seems lethal, with her guns aimed, ready to engage an enemy which will never come. The guns are silent now, the barrels home to gentle anemones. A 10.5-centimeter flak gun still points skyward. It will be an endless vigil under a night sky which will never see a dawn.
Proceed aft to the hangar area.
Continue.
Continue aft to the hangar area.
Yes.
And here's a catapult.
There it is. Athwart ships right there. Yep.
Bismarck had 4 Arado 196 seaplanes which were launched from its catapult amidships. No one has ever seen inside the Bismarck's hangars to confirm if any of the planes still exist.
Okay, we're just about to open the door here.
Okay, now open.
Okay, I'm coming out. Picking up. Looks good.
Okay, Mike, what's that?
Okay, it looks like it's neutral. I'm ready to go when you say so, over.
Okay, roger that. Go ahead and start your work. Let's see you come down to the hangar and look inside. Over.
Copy that.
Yep, looking good. We have a good visual on you.
Despite almost 4 tons of pressure per square inch, Mike's bod is functioning perfectly. Now it's time to do what they came here for.
Entering the hangar now. Copy that.
Локатор и холод тоже выключай.
Voila, airplane. Airplane wreckage. See this? Here's the cockpit. The cockpit, Jenya. Jenya, you see the airplane? It's the fuselage. Airplane, yeah. It's the frame for the window.
That last night, the captain wanted to get as much information and reports back to land as possible. He wanted to send our seaplane back to land with our war diary. Everyone was giving the pilot messages and notes to loved ones back home. But the poor guy, they couldn't get the catapult to work, so in the end, he didn't go.
So the hangar took a direct hit, right?
Direct hit, yep.
I blew the tail of that Arado to smithereens. It's an out-of-body experience, absolutely. It's like you become the bot, and you forget where you are. You see the sub, and you say, there's Mir 2 over there. But wait a minute, I'm in Mir 2.
After 9 hours on the bottom, the Mir's power is getting low. It's time to make the long climb back to the surface. But first, Elwood needs to make it safely back into the garage. Without the daring and the skill of Mir cowboys like Vladimir Petrovsky, it would not be possible to recover the Mirs. After a rough ride on the surface, the dive crew really appreciates what the cowboys go through to get them safely back on board.
It's a spectacular sight. Absolutely spectacular.
Hey.
He's been waiting all day.
Your ship is in pretty good shape.
Is it?
Yeah. Just comes out of the blackness, has this kind of ghostly pale wall of steel. Very different look than Titanic.
It was just exciting. I mean, my God, come along the ocean bottom. We just climbed up and up and up and up. Felt like I was going up a skyscraper.
That's what I need you to do.
Maintenance on Elwood is a lot like a surgical procedure. The fluid-compensated electronics are like a circulatory system, which must be given a transfusion during the operation.
Does the patient live, yeah?
Yeah, the patient's going to live, I think.
The spot is alive.
Laurie Johnson is a microbiologist who specializes in the study of microorganisms in extreme environments.
It's not just one type of bacteria down there, it's a community or a consortia. So it's a whole bunch of bacteria working in a symbiotic relationship by mining or taking the elements out of the steel, and they're using it to build those icicle-looking structures called rusticles. The rusticles themselves are a living entity.
You're landing Mir 1, right over here. You guys are gonna land.
Laurie prepares for her dive to place rusticle growth experiments at the wreck. She will become the second woman ever to dive below 15,000 feet.
It's just going to be incredible to see in real living color.
Yeah, we're very close to something, Toya. Do you see this thing, Toya? What do you, can you see what it is? Hey, Mike, what do you think this thing is?
What else would be a round structure with various levels other than the core trunk of the turret?
Yeah, this is the tower of a gun turret. You know, big main turret has this long tower underneath.
The turrets, weighing 1,900 tons each, slammed into the seafloor and were instantly buried. Their substructure towers were 4 decks high and had duty stations for 21 men. Now they stand over the turrets like monuments. The team is able to identify this turret by the number of its platforms and its position in the debris field. It is turret Dora, the gun farthest aft. During Bismarck's final minutes, Carl, Walter, and Heinz took shelter behind Dora just before diving into the sea.
But very interesting, guys. I think there is a barrel sticking up out of the mud. It's just, I think, to your left slightly. Roger that, we see it.
Mir 2 lands midships next to the starboard catapult track to deploy Elwood for a more ambitious exploration of the wreck.
Okay, come on out.
Okay, I'm coming out. I got fiber out.
Tell me when you're trimmed.
Will you talk to him, Lori, please? Tell him I'm trim.
Elwood is now trimmed, over.
Copy that, looking good.
Most of the British shelling came from port, leaving the upper decks severely damaged on this side. There's heavy rustical growth where fire stripped away the paint, indicating that this part of the ship was a raging inferno during the final battle.
Battle damage. Tell him it's really badly blown apart.
The alley is blown apart. Lots of wires and battle damage, over.
Can you guys continue to starboard and image this gun, which I think is S3, over?
Roger that. We're moving forward now. We're coming in on what looks like a shell hit.
All the secondary turrets have 1 or more entry holes from medium caliber rounds, 6 or 8 inch shells which punch through the armor to detonate inside, killing the gun crews instantly.
So here's the barbette for turret Dora. The tower underneath the turret, out in the debris field, it went in here.
The main armament turrets fired 15-inch shells, which was so massive they required a hydraulic system to lift, load, and fire them. The shells weighed over a ton and traveled at 2.5 times the speed of sound. At impact, the armor-piercing shell burst through, hurling off lethal shrapnel as well as a piece of the armor called the cartwheel, which becomes a second supersonic projectile. Cartwheel and shell then punched through inner walls, throwing off more deadly shrapnel. After a delay of 1/100 of a second, the shell explodes, deep inside the ship to kill the maximum number of people.
That shell might have blown up from underneath for all we know. It might have blown the radio room right out. So
The British used the same type of armor-piercing shells, but did the British fire truly sink the Bismarck? By analyzing the battle damage, Mike and Jim hope to resolve a 6-decade-old controversy.
You go all the way across the ship.
Was Bismarck sunk by shells and torpedoes as the British claim?
It was the Dorsetshire who finally landed the coup de grace that sunk the mighty German battle wagon.
Or was she scuttled by her own crew, as the German survivors have always said?
We blew up the ship. There were orders to set charges and blow up the ship.
Each side has its own reasons to claim the final sinking. The British because of what happened to the hood. And the Germans who want to believe that they had some control over their own fate in those final hours.
You gotta weigh in.
Only a systematic damage survey from end to end, inside and out, can resolve the debate.
I want to do a complete scan of the hull all the way around, down here, to map all the holes and all the damage.
Mir 1 free falls toward Bismarck's impact crater, 2/3 of a mile upslope from the main wreck.
Yeah. I see something.
Yeah, something interesting.
Something very interesting.
We should be careful here.
Yeah.
I think this is crater. Jim,
We're in. Oh.
This is a little dangerous.
Yeah, you need to come up. We're on top of something. This is part of the ship.
I can go to this.
You need to come up, Anna.